You could say he didn't have the guts. Oh, too soon. Too soon. I suppose that wasn't as gruesome as I thought it was going to be. But we did learn one thing now, didn't we? Gadron Lamb, the man that brought them together, the one they killed along with his, crocodile, has a son, a necromancer no less. Now Hakon, Lenny, and Fumbus were responsible for killing not only his father, but one of his most important henchmen. I'm sure that's not gonna go unnoticed. But you're probably wondering, how long is CSI Korsova gonna go on? What was that? It stands for crew. You know what? Never mind. Not relevant. Well, I can tell you that as the team returned the body parts to Thousand Bones, a cry went up from the guards. The Kingkiller had been discovered.
Hello, Dungeon fans. It's Friday night. I'm Kevin from Level 9, and you're watching the Liching Hour. Tonight we are playing the Pathfinder Adventure Card Game, and the scenario is Kingkiller. So our heroes brought back pieces of a dead body of a Thousand Bones, a elder of a different faction. We'll just say faction. I don't remember the exact name of the people. Some people. Diplomacy demanded that they bring back the body of his son, who was caught up in a mob during the, there's still some riots going on in the city. It's not as bad after the old king died. And he got caught up in it, and his son, and we had to go fetch his body pieces. We did that gruesome little scavenger hunt. And when Hakon, Fumbus, and Linny got back and delivered the body pieces, a cry went up as our badly green-screened man told us that the Kingkiller had been found. So Hakon, Linny, and Fumbus hurried to where the rest of the guards were, somewhere else in the city. They were all kind of gathered outside of this tenement building of, just a tenement building. Lots of people live there. And catching up with Corporal Varric Van Kaskerkin, he told them that, can you believe it? The Honorable King Edred murdered, and by a pretty young thing like that. And Lenny looks at Fumbus, and Fumbus looks and goes, yeah, that queen? No, of course not. She's beautiful, but that's hardly a crime. No. The young artist who came and painted the king just a month ago. The rumors was he fancied her, and she was their innocent demeanor and her golden hair, and she repaid him like this. Most likely a poisoned paintbrush, I think. Everybody looks at each other. Okay. Yeah, her name's Trinia Sabor. We've tracked her to this building here. Of course, her neighbors all say that she was quiet and likable and unselfish, but obviously that was all an act. Yes. We're going to find her up in this building. And then suddenly this paint thing comes flying down, a paint pot, and hits him right in the head. Blue paint goes, and he falls to the ground unconscious. Hakon and Lenny and Fumbus look up, and they see the girl looking down, or at least they assume it's the girl. She's blonde and pretty, and she dashes off across the rooftop. So, of course, we're the Queen's Guard. We've got to figure out what's going on. So we race into the tenement. We're going to race up through for this adventure. We're going to race up through the tenement and then race across the rooftops to chase her. Yeah, that's what we're doing. You can't stop us. All right. Let's see. We are starting at the tenement, and then we will be moving to the rooftops once we make our way through the tenement. They're so awake right now. Excuse my dogs. Okay. Anything else? I think we're good. Do you have any questions? Chat it up. Other than that, we're going to get going. Let's see. Hakon's going to start us off here. Hakon draws his longsword. He's got his helm and light shield already. And he's got his burglar on. And he heads into the tenement. We're going to draw the first hour of the night. Nethys Duality. When this is the hour, on your check against a spell, add 1d4. Alright. I don't think there's any spells in any of these decks tonight. Oh, nice. Sands of the Hour. Arcane, Divine, Knowledge, or Perception. He's got knowledge as D8 plus 1. Let's see if we get this. Would be nice to have a blessing. He rolls a 7. We're going to take that blessing. Sands of the Hour. Hakon's the first to react. The moment the paint pot hits Van Kerkaskin, he's zipping into the building. Lenny and Fumbus look at each other quickly and head on after him. Do we want to spend... I think since we got it, we're going to use it. Discard the examine top card of your location, and then you may explore. So we're going to examine this. Staff of Minor Healing. Hey, Heroic! Yay! Well, yay? Yay for me! That's all. Well, that's great. So is this different job as fulfilling? I mean, is it a good job? I'm hoping. Glad that you could make it, though. Sansa. Okay, so we examined Staff of Minor Healing. Well, might as well encounter it. Wisdom and Divine. D4. He's got neither of those. D4. I don't. Do we need a Staff of Minor Healing? I'm not gonna blow a blessing for it. So we're just gonna pass it. It makes no sense in this story. Pass it up. All right. So all he got out of it was to be the first inside the building. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh wait, he does. The burglar, discard the examine top card of your location. If it's a boon, you may explore. No, I'm not going to blow it. The burglar card will allow him to get past barriers, and there's a lot of barriers here. Right on. Yeah. I can see where that would be expensive. Well, cool, man. Well, if you're happy with it, I'm happy with it. That's cool. Right. He's going to pass. I got to discard something. That's why I'm like, heck on. So the thing is when you start a hand, you get to take your hero card that we determined at the beginning of this particular adventure, and you add it to your hand. Well, what ends up happening is you end up with extra cards in your hand. So now I got to discard one or play it to explore. I'm just going to discard something. We'll discard the light shield. Yeah. No. Yeah, light shield. All right. Moving on. Lenny. This is a discard. I am enjoying it. I am enjoying Pathfinder, the core set, the new core set. On your check against an undead card, add 1d6. There's a lot more puzzle to it than there was, and I didn't play a lot of I played runes. I played all through the first set, but I didn't play the mummy one, the other three, so I can't tell. I don't know necessarily how much has changed, but this version is significantly better than the Rise of the Rune Lords. From a interaction standpoint with other team members, it still isn't as much of a puzzle as Apocrypha is, the kind of charge out of it, but it's still pretty good, and it's a little more brutal than Apocrypha. Hello, King Fishy. Welcome to the stream. Shit. Okay, so Lenny's turn. So Lenny's got herself her brood of animal companions, or actually the way I play it now is that she shape shifts into these. Except for this guy, he's around. He's always skulking around. Drugami, burst bonds. Oh, we're all set up for burying or breaking. Short bow. This is a really good hand, actually. All three of them got great hands to start with. All right, so on a check against undead card, add 1d6. Let's see if she brings one of those soldiers with her into the building. Charisma, diplomacy, and melee. Her charisma is d6. No, it's not. Well, maybe. 4. All right. Do you need help? She just looks at him. And then goes like this. All right. We're going to discard to explore. Huh. So, well, that was pretty quick. So they race up through the building. They get to burst open the door at the rooftops. Hakon's up there looking around. Lenny comes up right behind him. And she looks the other way. And she just sees, and she, there! She doesn't speak very often. So when she does do it, everybody pays attention. There! And sure enough, well, we'll see. She gets away or not. Okay, so she's a barrier. Before acting, succeeded a wisdom or perception 4 check, or the difficulty to defeat is increased by 1d6. All right. Wisdom, that's actually her thing. Perception is d10 plus 2. He doesn't add anything to that. On your check to acquire an ally, you may bury a boon to add 1d8. Ooh, nice to know. All right. So 4 plus perception is 2 is 6. Awesome. So difficulty to defeat is not increased. And then to catch up with this before she disappears, dexterity, charisma, acrobatics, and diplomacy. She's not very good in any of those. Dexterity, D8. Well, I guess D8's not too bad. D8. It is a barrier. Obstacle or trap? No, it's a task. Alright, let's see. Dexterity for sure. Because she can use her Harrow Blessing. So, believe the ways these work. Add 1d4 to non-combat dexterity checks. This is non-combat. But you also get the power of the blessing, I'm believing. You check, discard to bless, so it's not her dexterity is d8, so d8 and d8. And then she has to draw a card and give a card if she wants. Give a card. I'm going to roll this shiz. All she needs is a 6. Shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, there. And she's off like a blur. And the girl, her Trinia is her name? Trinia Sabor is racing across the roof and jumping onto another building. And everybody turns just as Lenny leaps over to the next building. Hakon and Flumbus go, ugh, and go running after her. And now we're switching to rooftops, right? When the fugitive is defeated, the location becomes closed automatically. Shuffle her into another location, and we move to the rooftops. Last game, all the cards were like right at the first couple. If you get the card, if the main card you need in each deck comes up in the first couple, then it's actually a breeze. But if it doesn't, the first 2 games I played Heroic, I thought the first 2 episodes got really close to dying. In fact, one of my characters technically was supposed to die, but Deuce Ex Machina. You can just call me Deuce. Call me Deuce. All right. That was a discard, right? Yep. All right, we're moving on. Flumbus. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She's got to discard something, unfortunately. discard that. All right. What's Fumbus? Fumbus has got a handful of carnage. Noxious bombs, smoke bomb, acid flask, light crossbow. I like this new spell he's picked up with false life. Basically his armor, and it's even got him in the picture too. All right. Fumbus is the next one over the top of the building, racing after Trinia. At this location, when you would encounter a barrier, draw a new one, encounter one, and banish the other. All right, I got a stack of barriers sitting next to me for this. The theater. At the start of your turn, examine the top card of your location. You may encounter it. Okay. Spiked volley. Might as well. Alright, so we draw 2. These are our choices. A spiked volley or burning tar. Wow. Dexterity acrobatics disabled 9 for that one, and dexterity acrobatics 7 for that one. Oh, but craft. See, that's his game. I'm your Huckleberry. Fumbus says that's a D8 plus 3, or dexterity plus D10 plus 0. D10 or 8 plus 3? I think we're doing 8 plus 3. Before acting, each local oh, wait, see, this one, fire blows up. If undefeated, suffer the scourge wounded. I think I'd rather do this one. This one, everybody's going to take a point of damage. So, did Trinia light the roof on fire as she ran across it? No. No. All right. So, what are we doing? I checked off a new box for Fumbus. Fumbus leveled up. Well, we all leveled up last time. Now, his special powers. On a local combat check or a local check to defeat an obstacle or trap, which this is trap, he can discard a card or recharge in a chemical or attack card to add 1d4 in the acid, fire, or poison trait. So he can douse this in acid. All right, so as he comes across a trap laid by either Trinia or the occupants of that particular building who don't like people running across our roofs, triggers. Let's see if it hits them or not. All right, dexterity is D10. No pluses on that bad boy. Dexterity, oh, no, he's got disabled for plus. Does that seriously say plus 0? I mean, like, why even? Why? Look at this. Disabled. Dexterity plus 0. Oh, okay. It's plus 0. Okay, I see why I did that. Because if he didn't have it, then disable would automatically be 1d4. This says if it's disabled, he actually gets to roll 1d10. Okay, what do we got here? Noxious bomb, combat checks, smoke bombs for monsters. I could use the acid flask. On a local check to defeat a lock or trap barrier. Banish to add 2d4 in the acid trait. 2d4 versus 1d4. We'll do that. 2d. All right, that's 10, 18, that's 50-50. But on top of that, I could still recharge another card. Or recharge a smoke bomb to add another 1d4 so that we don't fuck this up. All right, let's do this. Wait. On your check that invokes acid, fire, or poison, add 1d6. That was another level up. Nice. I say something about this being hard. All right, so that is weight up. So as he's jumping across, this is a great time to showcase Fumbus's supernatural agility. So he's leaping across, touches down on the other roof. He's fast, but he's not fast enough to know where to step. He steps in the wrong place. These spiked volley comes out. He leaps, and while he's leaping, he tosses out this flask of acid that dissolves the the spiked volley hits, and psh, these arrows come just disintegrate in air around him. That's pretty sweet. As he hits the ground running again and heads on, racing across the rooftop. This is going to be, he's going to use the recharge this. Craft plus 3. 10. He recharges that. Right? Yeah. That is defeated. And we're going pretty good, so I'm not going to blow anymore. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He draws a card. All right. Heck on. Heck on our northern hero. He takes him a minute to jump the between the two buildings. The joke. On your check against a barrier, you may recharge a card to add your intelligence die. Okay. Let's see what he's got. Lookout. All right. Charisma, diplomacy. That is his thing. D8 plus 1. Let's see if he gets it first before we... 7. So... just before he goes to run across and jump across the buildings, and he does one of these, and he goes back, and he's like, psyching himself up. Another person bursts out, younger guard. He's seen his face around here. He's like, "Oh, are you gonna jump across?" Like, yeah, yes. Okay, here he runs up, and he looks like I think you're gonna make it. You're gonna make it just fine. Yeah, okay. No, seriously, you're gonna be great. This is totally doable. All right. You might want to take off your... Well, no, you should be fine. Wait, what? And Hacker goes, "Ugh," and ignores him and jumps, clears the building pretty good. The kid joins him effortlessly, jumps across the building. Discard to explore. You may evade monsters. We're going to use this. Lookout. Runs ahead. Oh. And this is quickly joined by another person. We'll see. Maybe. Melee. D10 plus 2. I'll take that. Shaboomf. Right next to him, jumping the building with ease, between the two buildings, is yet another guard. A young woman joining them in the fight, in the race. This exploration checks against story banes, add 1d4. Do I do it again? Do I keep her? Well, I'm going to have to discard something anyway if I don't, so we're going to do this. Hey, McTeddy. Thanks, man. Thanks for the lurk. Shadow. Oh, there's something here. Yes, there is. The lookout and the standard bearer kind of back up, eyes wide, shaking, as the shadow rises up from behind some stacks of garbage and boxes that have been placed up there on the roof. A box that had been knocked over by Lenny or maybe Fumbus or maybe Trinia herself had let loose something that had been kind of living up there. They back up. Hakon grits his teeth. Draws his sword. Sword's already drawn. Immune to mental and poison. Okay, don't worry about... Oh, if the check to defeat doesn't have magic, this creature is undefeated. So, how do we get Hakon to have some magic here? Oh, scheisse. Shit. Lenny... I discarded Lenny's enchant weapon spell. Of course I did. Can anybody add magic to this, guys? It's not a story bane, so I can't do anything there. And Fumbus, what do you got, buddy? Your combat. Alright, so... Well, that's what happens sometimes, man. Alright, so 13. So plays longsword. Melee. Plus 1d8. His melee is plus 2. 18 to get 11. He needs more help. On a local strength check or a local check against a monster, you may bury a card or discard to add your diplomacy. We're going to do that. We're going to discard... No, wait. I don't want to do that. I don't want to discard from my hand. Just in case I take damage. Yeah, fine. I'm going to discard the juggler. No. What's the helm do? When you suffer combat damage freely revealed, it just reduces by 1. Screw it. We'll discard the helm. He takes off the helm because it's hot. He doesn't want to be running across rooftops with the helmet on. Boom! The shadow thing's rising, kind of coalescing in front of him. Draws his longsword, and not to look afraid in front of the young recruits, he puts his best, yeah, I know what I'm doing face on, and with a scream charges this shadow. So 1d8. He's got +1, +3. So basically need a 10. 4, 8, 10. Ooh, buddy. That's a 4. That's 10. Just barely. Comes in just as it's come together and it's shaping some kind of weird humanoid kind of thing. And he slashes through it with the longsword and bursts up the shadow. But he sees this. The other two don't. Because the shadow bursts up and then kind of flows into different parts around the box. And he knows. He's like, shit. But the other two are, yeah, right, heck on. But this is undefeated, so it's getting shuffled back in. It'll be back. It'll be back. My shuffling sucks. It's going to be on top. They're going to meet this pretty soon. I'm going to try real hard, though. Real hard. Real hard. Okay. Hey, Heroic. If you're listening, man, I'm a finalist in Game Chef. Waiting to hear back. Maybe in the next week, they'll announce the winner of the U.S. Pretty psyched about that. All right. That's it for... We're not going to do anything else. This was a reveal. These were discards. He's going to draw one. We're going to pass the turn to Lenny. Bit of action, no effect. Yeah, pretty geeked. All right. Does she have anything to do in the beginning of the turn? Okay, let's go. Ah! See, Lenny is right there, nipping at the fugitive heels. The fugitive's heels. She's got a wisdom or perception check. Perception D10. Nine. Yeah, she's not letting her out of her sight. Is she gaining on her? The fugitive dodges in between and tries to lose her by looping around really quick on one portion of the building. But Lenny notices, and for a quick second, her instincts tell her that this Trinia is not running straight anymore. And let's see if that pays off. Dexterity, D8. Right. It's not a combat. Right. So you use the mouse. She changes into a mouse. Add 1d4. And then anything else? No. Anybody else got a blessing they want to do? How about Fumbus? You got something? He really could. No, actually, he can't. He can't use that. So, okay, that's all we got. Rolling no, just straight up dexterity. 4. All right. She doesn't know. She lost her. She knows that she's not running straight anymore. She's going to have to double back and figure out which way the fugitive went. That is when it's defeated. Yeah. Even mouse form didn't help. I get to shuffle this in. All right, she's gonna draw 5. Pass the turn. Fumbus catches up with Lenny. What? What's going on? Where's she? I don't know. I have to. Well, Lenny doesn't speak. She just kind of gives him a look like points. Fumbus. The hour. The owl. The owl is the hour. The bird's the word. Your survival check is blessed. Okay. Good to know. Ha! Fumbus. He's going to pick up the tracks real quick. He's got to do that wisdom or perception check, though. Uh-oh. His wisdom is D4. Fumbus is more along the lines of, let's just throw a flask of acid at it. So they're thinking too much about it. D4. Oh, well, I could. Well, he's already going to be able to use his dexterity. I'm trying to decide if I want to use this gem of physical prowess. For a non-combat check, I can roll my dexterity. So, Fumbus, well, Lenny gives him the eye, and it goes like this. Fumbus races, doesn't even bat an eye, and pause. And he jumps and climbs up on something, a pile of shit, and is looking around. And let's see if he notices her. So he's going to be using dexterity. Anything else he can use to help him do this? Then acquire. No. Oh, but a local check to defeat an obstacle. This is an obstacle, right? No. No, it's just a barrier. Not an obstacle. Alright, this is all I got. Nobody can... Okay, the juggler will allow him to re-roll this if he needs it. Okay, so Hakon's going to play the juggler to allow another character's check to freely discard to re-roll a die. That is his harrow, which means add 1d4 to dexterity non-combat checks. Okay, that's what his harrow. So we're going to add a d4 to this. And he gets to re-roll. And he gets to draw a card and pass it if he wants. This time I roll a 7. Excellent. Fumbus is looking around, and just as he's about to look down at Lenny to say like that, he sees something out of the corner of his eye, and sure enough, she had taken that moment to bolt out of hiding and jump onto the next building over. There, go! Lenny and Fumbus run and jump to the next building. Shuffle her in. Rooftops. This is a recharge. All right. That was Fumbus. Fumbus is going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Draw a card. Hakon comes running up. Damn, as he sees Lenny and Fumbus disappear over. Well, he comes up and he's not sure where they went because he lost track of them, and look over just in time to see them jump across to another building. Damn it. The vision. At the start of your turn, examine the top card of your location. If it's a magic card, encounter it. Drowning Mud. Alright, does he want to deal with this? We're going to go ahead and counter it. Still the rooftops. Oh shit. So it's either a warband. When examined, we're not examining this. Summon and encounter a monster, then each other local character summons and counters it. Or Drowning Mud. Strength and survival. Oh yeah, his strength's good though. Constitution is not as good, but if undefeated, yeah. We're gonna do that one. So, Hakon, he runs and jumps at a different spot than the Lenny and Fumbus did. And you can tell it's a different spot because he lands in some black, icky, tarish-like substance. And he starts sinking up to his knees. He's got to pull himself out really quick. Really quick. So he's got a D10 on his strength checks. And then this burglar. On a local check to defeat a barrier, recharge to add 1d6. Yes, we will. Alright. That's pretty good. 5 and 4 is 9. Hakon pulls himself out. No big deal. The other two jump. He waves the other two and they jump and miss the Drowning Mud, and they continue on racing after. That's out. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use Magic Eye. Hakon's going to slow the other two's roll, and he's going to do his little thing. Cast Magic Eye. Examine the top 3 cards of his location. There's someone hiding up here. There is something of value up here. And there could be something dangerous up here. Okay. Okay, so that's another barrier, so we'll see. And then Fumbus, on your non-combat check, recharge to roll your intelligence, wisdom, or charisma die instead of the normal die. Okay, so it's basically what Fumbus has, but nobody's charisma. Oh, this would be perfect for Lenny. Absolutely perfect, because her wisdom's D10, and it's got a +1 now. So check that box. So we want Lenny to get this one. All right, it's the second card down. Magic Eye it is. Just gotta discard it. All right, he's drawing up. Come on, let's go. He was hoping he'd see where the cast that and see where the Trinia had run, but he did not. So Lenny's up. Orison, no effect. Let's see. Anything she wants to do? Yeah. All right, we're gonna just encounter it. Okay. Lost local or a trapped chest? Well, her survival is very good. Yeah. See if she trips over this person. Group of little kids playing up there. Survival 7. Her survival is D10 plus 3. Which is pretty sweet. Is this a... no. Drugami. Drugami will add 1d4 to a survival check. So, Lenny's busting ass heading across as fast as she can. She doesn't know that there's a couple little kids playing. They like to come up on the roof and play. But Drugami, who's racing alongside with Lenny, knows and senses them. Runs up really quicker than Lenny can even run. Scares the kids. They scatter. Lenny comes bolting through, not landing on them. That's going to shuffle in. Then we are going to that little thing happening, the kids running, makes her think, okay, wait, I gotta pay more attention to what's going on and like what's nearby. Oh, there's something shiny over here. Intelligence, wisdom, wisdom for sure. Shit, man, that's a tough roll, dude. Fumbus, do you still have... You do. No. Yes. Aha! Fumbus is going to play the Crows, which is his Harrow blessing for this adventure. Oh, it's on your check. Damn. Never mind. On your check to acquire, discard to bless twice. That's pretty awesome. But no, that's not. Do you have something else you can go? Well, he does have the Priest of Abadar. Abadabadar. That will give a local check to acquire adds 1d6. Okay. Excellent. What about you, Hakon? Can you help? No. And Lenny, do you have anything else? Local combat? No. No. Okay, this is it. This is all she got. I'm kind of hoping we get it, though. 6 and 2 is 8. She boofed it. Alright, so that's his discard pile. This goes into her. Boo! She did not see the shiny. We're going to draw up to 5. Pass the turn. Fumbus. 2, 3, 4, 5. Matey's Justice. On another character's check. Oh, wait, no. On your check against an outsider card, add 1d4. Is this an outsider? It's not. Oh, yeah, it's that flanking attack. All right, we're drawing another barrier. It's either Ill Tidings. This encounter, blessings cannot be played. Encounter the top card of the hourglass. If you fail a check against it, banish it, and this barrier is undefeated. Or flanking attack. Before acting, a random other character summons encounters a danger. The difficulty to defeat is increased by 1. Yeah, let's do Ill Tidings and take our chances. Top card of the Hour deck is awesome. It's a Wisdom Divine. His Wisdom is a D4. So it's a 50-50. 50-50. I can't use a blessing on it. It's a curse. All right, let's see if we're cursed. Three, not cursed. Yay. Yay. All right. Otherwise, this barrier is defeated. Excellent. More, you want to go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, he's back up to... We're going to pass from this and go to Hakon. the desert. When you move during your move step, bury a card. We're not moving. Aha! Hakon, all the allies are coming to the right person. Because he's the one with charisma and diplomacy. Hakon flashes, maybe smashes later, flashes that smile to acquire himself a bodyguard. D8 +1. Nothing. No bodyguard enters the game. Teamster. We're going to discard this to explore. A local character may avenge by reloading a card. Okay. Gorham's Iron. Melee. D10 +2. 3, 4, 5. And that's what we needed to get this. That's a cool blessing. Let's see. On a check, discard the bless. On a non-attack combat check, recharge the bless, discard to explore. All right, we're going to keep it. This guy got recharged. No. Discard. And he's good. Hakon, fully recharged with 2 people at his back, races across the rooftop to try to catch up with Lenny and Fumbus. Lenny, on your blessed check, you may reroll any dice showing a 1. Sword cane, not really her thing. She has a D4 in strength, so that does not come into play. That was a waste. Racing across. Trumpet? No, man, that blessing she got. This trumpet's awesome. On a local check, bury to bless twice. That's pretty. Oh, it's burying. Well, oh. No, we're all just racing. I'm going to leave it the way it is. We're doing pretty good on ours. We've got 1 more building left before we catch her. All right, Fumbus. On your check against an animal or elemental card, add 1d4. Sure will. Gozra's growth. Well, animal card. Add 1d4. Okay. Fumbus spreads out from Lenny. So when Lenny goes across, Fumbus goes this way. Hakon happens to be on this kind of side of her and moving across the. They don't want this. What happened in the last building? Well, Hakon doesn't know that, but Fumbus and Lenny know that the quarry has doubled back and tricked them before. They're not going to let that happen again. Fumbus stumbles into a rooftop farm. Maybe that's where the kids were heading. And let's see if he makes friends with this pig. Wisdom, D4, so it's 2d4. 5. He did. This pig takes a liking to him and comes running after him. It's more of a baby pig. Somebody Lenny might like. He's going to go ahead. We're going to use that to explore. The pig runs ahead of him and then comes squealing back as this larger than normal, much larger than normal rat comes racing out to eat the pig. Combat or survival? We're going to do combat. After acting, succeed at a Constitution Fortitude check or bury a card from your discard. Okay. Combat, for sure. Noxious bomb? Okay, let's do light crossbow. Chunk. Fumbus is very quick with the crossbow. D10 +1. And that's another D8. D10 +1, D8. Yeah. And then I guess I could recharge something. Or discard a card. I need 9. That's 18. That's 50. Okay. And I have +1. So a little bit of my advantage. 8. That's an 8. Does anybody have rerolls? No. Discard. Do I got a reroll? No. 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 All right. That's okay. It's okay. The dire rat comes racing. Fumbus tries to get out his light crossbow in time, but the bolt goes wide, and but the dire rat is way more interested in the pig than him, so it just kind of hits him, and on the way by, and Fumbus falls. Take 1 point of damage. Right. Okay. He's got to take... Okay. And does he catch something from this thing? Oh, let's see. Constitution or Fortitude check. Well, let me discard a card first. Okay, he's going to discard a card. I should have just used one of these blessings. That was dumb. And then Constitution is D8. All right, I got to bury a card from my discard. I'll bury that. Blessing. And if undefeated, suffer the scourge plagued. Great. Fumbus done got plagued. At the start of your turn, each other local character must succeed at a Constitution Fortified check or suffer this scourge. At the end of your turn, succeed at a Constitution Fortitude 3+, so 4, or bury the top card of your deck. If you succeed by 5 or more, remove this scourge. Okay. This guy's undefeated. I'm going to roll a die to determine which card of these is the next one we encounter. Okay, Fumbus. We don't want this. Whatever you got going on here, we don't want this. That's a discard. So, at the end of your turn, is there anything I can do to... Okay, we're going to do that. So my Constitution is D8. Lenny's going to use the trumpet on a local check, bury to bless twice. So we're going to roll 3d8. And hopefully get rid of the scourge like right now. Hopefully. I mean, the rat just like bumped into him. All these fleas jumped off it though and jumped on Fumbus. I like that 8, 14, 15. Boom. That's, yeah. Okay. Remove the scourge. Goblins are very familiar, very familiar with fleas. And fleas don't like goblin skin. The moment the fleas jump on and realize it's a goblin, they're jumping back off. Oh, that was who? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fumbus is back in the racing. This is a berry. And it is Hakon's turn. Iomedes Justice. On your check against an outsider card, I have 1 to 4. Okay. We're going to roll. 1 to 3, 4 to 6. 4. What that was a 4. All right, Hakon, do you see her? Charisma, diplomacy. We're going to do diplomacy. D8. And then... anything you want to add to this? I need a 4. Okay, so I just need to roll a 3 here. Got it. Okay, so she did try to do something tricky this time. She doubled back and ran back and to the left and runs right into Hakon. They both stare at each other for a minute. Now, Hakon isn't... he's not completely sold on this girl being... especially when he sees her and looks in her eyes. He's like, that's not... he's like, this isn't the eyes of a person who could kill a king. That's his first thought. So he tries to, put his arms out. Look, I know it looks bad, but running's just gonna make it worse. Let's see. We're gonna do charisma, and we're gonna use Gorham's iron to bless it. It's another D8. Do a blue one, and then he gets +1. Yeah. Oh, that was a 1. That was a 1. Didn't I have something that was supposed to reroll ones? My dice games left me, man. My dice games left me. I hope it doesn't leave me tomorrow, because it's going to get real interesting if it leaves me tomorrow. I got nothing. Nothing that's going to make this any better. 4, 5. Frickin' 5. And he can respect that. He can tell in her eyes that she's not going to give up that easily. And she dodges, but unfortunately for her, she dodges inward, try to cut across to the building across, instead of turning to her right and running to the next building. So we're going to do this. Damn. That was a discard. 2, 3, 4. And it's Lenny's turn. The hour says, on your check against a barrier, the difficulty is increased by 3. Ooh, don't make a barrier. All right. 1 to 3, 4 to 6. Okay. This pig goes running by in Lenny's path. And her first thought is, oh, there's a new buddy. And then, boom, this nasty dire rat comes racing across too. Now, she can't let the pig... That's not going to happen. Lenny's not going to let it die at the hands of the dire rat. So she's going to shoot it with her short bow as quick as she can. All right, so dexterity D8 plus D6. All right, and then we're gonna. Oh wait, see, that's the thing. She's gonna use a short bow. She's gonna discard this. Oh no, not this. She's gonna recharge Drugami. Recharge Drugami to use her survival check. Yeah, she's gonna go at it with her claws and talons and teeth. Claws and fangs. Claws and fangs. D10, D4, plus the card's level, which is Drugami, which is 1. So that's a +1. And then on a local check that invokes the animal trait, add 1d4. Okay. We're going to do this. She needs oh wait, should be doing survival? Should I just do survival? Survival means she just needs a roll of 3 on a d10. And she doesn't have to recharge Drugami. Well, actually, what she can do is use Drugami to add 1d4 to a survival check. This is way better. Way better. 14. So, but she's got to roll a Constitution Fortitude. Well, let's see what happens here. I don't want to be plagued. Really don't want to be plagued. That's Constitution Fortitude. She can't. There's nothing. She got nothing. Hide armor. On your combat Constitution or Fortitude check, you may recharge to add your survival modifier. My survival modifier is 3. So I just need to roll. Am I rolling one of these? Yeah, I'm just rolling one of these. 4 plus 3 is 7. So, she jumps and just, let's see, what she do? She used survival. Ah, yes. She doesn't have time to jump and do anything to it, but she sees some boards and stuff just off to the right. She jumps and she's able to hit. Yeah, this is great. So She jumps and, like teeter-totter, it flips the dire rat up just as it comes running it and flips it, and she sees it go and fall over the side of the building and fall. She doesn't hear it hit, but she knows it's off the building. It's gone. The pig, of course, just keeps on running. That was a recharge. All right. Okay. Let's fix these fucking cards up. All right. That's her turn. It is time for the news, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be right back.
Hello, monsters. I'm the Lich, and it's time for Dungeon News. And boy, do we have news tonight. We think we figured out the ancient saying, Calaxis Regrettamorium. See, I remembered this ancient wizard language we used to speak way long time ago, and this might be a message from my old mentor. He was the guy who owned the dungeon first. Well, it was a cave back then, really. I've made it what it is today. He was a tough old bird, though. Refused to become a Lich. He thought he could spell battle death himself. Anyway, I don't remember the language, but I wrote enough in an old journal. I give it to Fizrag, and he's translating it now. He'll bring it up shortly. I'm seriously excited, guys. This has got to be a message from Lothar the Brilliant. Anyway, let's see what else is going in news. The yearly calendar meetings are starting up this week. Before we start deciding on who's going to represent each month, though, I'm making an executive decision. From here on out, we are not including February. It sucks and I hate it. If someone with a calendar wants to keep track of the days of February, go for it. It's just not going to be in this calendar. Calendar meetings will be on Tuesdays in the level 2 common area. Everyone's welcome. And if you want to be featured, be ready to pitch your photo idea. Alright? Alright, see, what else do we have? Poco the Orc just got back from the Orkening. And what he has to tell us is, what? Oh, he got it. Is this it? Oh, buddy. Oh, this is it. This is the message from beyond, delivered by eating dragon scales. Yeah. This is about as fancy as you get, huh, folks? Oh man, if this is really a message from my old mentor, I might freak out. Seriously. So awesome. Okay, here it goes. Your dungeon sucks. What? Calaxis Regrettamorium translates to your dungeon sucks. Really, are you rotten old dirty son of a... Our dungeon rocks, and that's the news. Feel the dungeon.
Yeah, our dungeon doesn't suck. You old fleabag. Thank you for the news, Lich. We are back chasing the fugitive across the rooftops. It's Fumbus's turn. She comes... Oh, hold on. When you close your location instead of banishing it, blah, blah, blah. She zigged when she should have zagged, and that brings her right in the path of Fumbus. Well, let's see if Fumbus even sees her. Wisdom or perception? D4. Yeah. Same problem. His Harrow isn't all that great. And then, there's no help from Hakon. There ain't no help. Ain't no sunshine. Oh, on a check, any check to defeat a barrier, banished, add 2d6. Aha. Okay, so that's going to be helpful. Okay, we're going to roll this. It's a 1. Difficulty to defeat her is increased by 2. She's at 8 now. We're going to keep that right there. Okay. So, Lenny, after losing her the first time, decides to cast Divine Insight. We're going to add 2d6 to this roll. And then his dexterity is d10. 2d6 d10 and a d10 to get 8. Nine, 10, 14. Okay. She runs right in front of Fumbus. They look at each other. She just keeps booking. as fast as you can and leaps into the next building. And he is right after her. He calls out to Lenny and Hakon. Hakon hears him, and Lenny does too. They go around. Okay, so we got to make sure she race to the last building, the last rooftop, the final rooftop. She is succeeding at a divine check. 10, yes. There we go. That was her. This is him. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think he's gonna pass his turn. Yep. I gotta shuffle her in, actually. Hey, Demon Chaos. Yeah, this is, yep. Well, it says on the screen, Pathfinder Adventure Card Game. I will answer any questions you may have. Yeah, I'm playing 3. By the way, I'm playing 3 characters at once. Each character has a deck of cards. It's a little bit of a deck builder because that's how you level up your characters. You encounter cards and you add them to your deck. Then you have these little character cards that represent their stats. And then as time goes by, you can check off boxes to level them up. They all have powers. They all have a deck list of... Yeah, I'm like, yes. Well, right now I'm playing... yeah, I'm kind of playing like a Dungeon Master. But this game isn't really like a role-playing game. I'm just adding the story to it because as it unfolds and using the cards as a way to instigate the story. But really, it's a card game using the Pathfinder canon and stories and that kind of stuff. Yeah. Fomus's turn? No. We're passing the turn to Fomus. We're passing the turn to... Oh, I shuffled her in. That's what it was. Okay. Hakon's turn. The hour is the marriage. At the start of your turn, summon and encounter an ally. Oh. It just happens to be Hakon. Hakon just is the ally magnet tonight. An academy student. Intelligent. He's going to have to do diplomacy. Let's see if he acquires this. So I just rolled to acquire this card. He boofed it, so there is no academy student. There was an academy student on this next building who had snuck up there to smoke a little gooseweed and sees Hakon goes by and thinks, well, he's a pretty attractive man, but then decides to just hide. To hide, deal with it. So then he's going to draw. And like I said, he's a priest of Asmodeus. Charisma and diplomacy 9. He's got to roll pretty good on his diplomacy to... By the way, I keep forgetting to do that. No. No. He's got to roll perfect. He's got to roll 8. 5. All right, this guy doesn't join in it either. That's all Hakon can do. Boof 2 rolls and pass it to Lenny. The hour is Blackfingers. On your check, it invokes the alchemical or poison trait at 1d4. Okay. Barrier. Concealed hatch. That thing gave us a lot of trouble a couple of missions ago. Evil Eye. Alright, I gotta choose one of these two because of the powers of this rooftops. Or not the power, but the global effect of this rooftops. It says I gotta, whenever I encounter a barrier, I gotta draw another one and choose one. This one sucks for us. Well, this one, Arcane or Divine, I mean, that's a little bit more up her speed. Definitely. When examined, this is not examined. Cannot be evaded. If undefeated, okay, we're going to do it. Evil Eye. She gets, for Divine, is D10. I like this one. So she needs a 7. When you would check that invokes the alchemical or poison trait. No, neither one of those is going to do that. Burst bonds. Here we go. Oh, this is a damn curse. Obstacle trap. It's not an obstacle or trap, so she has a spell that helps if she meets an obstacle or a trap. Barrier. What do you got? Phombus, can you help here? How is our health? Okay. Noxious. No, he can't help. Obstacle or trap, no. No, just no freaking help. This is it. D10. Maybe I should have. Hold on. Maybe I should have did the other one. So the concealed is a lock. So I don't have anything to help with that either. And her strength is not so good. He's not so good. Alright, this is it. Arcane Divine. She gets +1. Oh, she gets +2, my bad. So that's good. +2 is 7. 7's what she needs. So she goes running by, jumps over the other building, and notices someone had scrawled something on the walls of the building next to it. The one she's jumping on. Yeah. So there's the windows down below. There's old women looking out, watching everything that's happening on the rooftops. One flashes her an evil eye sign as she's jumping across. But she ignores it, as is Lenny's way. All right. Let's use the dog to explore. Quarterstaff. D4. Roll a 2. No quarterstaff. Boo. Alright. Shuffle this guy in. Pass the turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hello, kitty. And drew the dog again. Okay. Phombus. Doing pretty good. Don't got a whole lot of hours left. But this is all we've got left here. So, the bear. On your strength check, add 2. Well, hopefully we get a strength check. Perplexing text. Or Doorspike. Well, Doorspike makes more sense. His intelligence is good. Intelligence and knowledge. But not the best. What about here? Dexterity is much more his bag. And makes more sense for the story. They all jump across the building at different points, just like the last building. Phombus' side, he comes across a small, one of those kind of another door, like might lead to stairs going down into the building, except that this one has spikes on it. So obviously, it's probably locked from the inside. People use that to keep people and monsters to just crawl up on their roof and then crawl down into their building. Or walk down or whatever. Or escape through it, right? Seems like a smart thing to do. Okay, this is a trap, so he can, yeah, there we go. We can, yeah. Maybe he's going to get in there. Yeah, Phombus runs up. That's what we'll do. Phombus runs up, and he sees the door shut. When it shuts, these spikes shoot out on the door. Keeping him from being able to reach the door handle. There must be some trick to it or something. But he's gonna blow the sucker up. Noxious bomb. Alright, so dexterity. On a local check to defeat a trap, he can recharge alchemical item. He's gonna recharge or discard. He's going to discard the light crossbow. And add 1d4 with the acid trait, which means he gets to add a 1d6. So he needs an 8. He's got plus nothing. I need to add a... What the Okay, that's not good. If undefeated, suffer 1d4 combat damage. Each other local character suffers 1 combat damage. Come on, man. Alright, we're going to do this. Cast False Life. Oh, I was supposed to have this displayed. Well, we're just going to say I had this displayed. I didn't realize that there. When you suffer damage... Well, let's see. I was going to roll to see how much damage he's going to suffer. Might as well roll this one. 2 points of damage. Reduce it by 5. Banish this to reduce it. And I gotta roll Arcane to see if I save it. D8, right. Yes. Recharged. Okay, but everybody else has got to take a point of damage. Sorry. Discard that. And he's going to discard that. Okay. Phobos does not make it in the door. That gets shuffled back in. Spike doors everywhere in this building. Hopefully they're hindering Trinia too. Alright. Hakon's turn. On each check, the first blessing played to bless may be played freely. I'm not even sure what that means. Shit. Oh, does Hakon meet that, or does he meet the mountebank? Wisdom, diplomacy, stealth. Door spike, strength, dexterity. Yeah. We're definitely going with the mountebank. Hey, what are you doing on my roof? Get out of the way. Queen's business. Well, really? Is it kind of my business that you're up here? Well, let's charm our way out of this. D8. Is this strength? No, it's diplomacy. It's not a monster, so we can't really do anything. Wow, we're all out of blessings. We got nothing. Local check versus a spell. Local combat or survival. Nope. And he didn't draw anything to help. Well, he should have drew, by the way. 1, 2. Well, he did draw. He drew 2. All right. Hold up. When a local character would encounter a boon or a non-story bane, discard it to exchange that card with a new card of the same type. No. On any check, discard a bless. If a character banishes an ally, add 3d6 instead. Do I want to banish an ally? I don't have a ally. All right. Fumbus is going to use the Fiend to bless this. So I roll 2d8. 2d8. +1. +1. There we go. Get out of the way. Queen's business. Hakon gives him the voice. He doesn't use the voice very often. But it works. The guy goes scurrying as fast as he can. Hakon can't do much about... Ooh. The survivor is Lenny's turn. At the start of your turn, you may recharge any number of cards, then reset. Oh, really? Nope, I don't want to do it. Gentleman Explorer. Well, I don't see gnomes that often in Korsova. What are you doing up here? Or is she going to channel her inner explorer? Her inner gentleman explorer. Charisma, diplomacy. Well, I don't think anything's going to happen here. She has a D4 on all that. Yeah, this isn't her bag. So we're going to roll a D4 and nothing happens there. And then we're going to use the dog. Discard. You may ignore powers that happen before acting. Codex. Yeah, it's not going to be 1. All right. I want to use a cat to explore. She turns into a dog and then turns into a cat. Hey, Thunder Chicken. I like your name. The original adventure card game, Rise of the Rune Lords. It's not too complex, really. Every game looks way more complex than it needs to be in the beginning, but Lenny's hot on her trail, morphing between a cat, a dog, and then she runs into a place where it's like she needs to climb up really quick, scale some wood. Lenny morphs into a cat, scrambles up to the top, and let's see, perception. Do some D10. D10 plus 1. Shit. Okay. She scrambles up in cat form, and she sees the woman running, and but she's a little farther away than she would have liked, about to jump into another building. She's got to race to catch up to her. She is not the one to do it either. She's going to lose her. She's not a trap. She got nothing. Dexterity, charisma, acrobatics. I mean, her charisma is a D8. So we're going to roll. And a 6. I mean, that was good. That would have been good if I hadn't boofed the first roll. She breathes in. She holds her breath. Lenny holds her breath, worried that she's going to jump to the next building and she's way too far away. But then the girl zigs to the left, and Lenny lets out a breath and starts running to try to cut her off. All right, these are shuffles. Oh, we got to shuffle her back in. Sometimes my curse of shuffling works for me. Now we need Fumbus or Fumbus. No effect. Guard Dog. Before acting, summon and encounter a monster. If it's defeated, this monster is defeated and encounter ends. Banish this monster. Okay. Oh man, what are we gonna meet here? Ew. Welcome to the dungeon, Thunder Chicken. Right. So there's barking first as Fumbus comes running, jumping over a low wall. He finds what the barking is. The barking is a guard dog. The guard dog's not barking at him. The guard dog's barking at the ghoul that's creeping around in the shadows right there, eating something. You can't really tell what it is, but it's definitely dead and gory. And Fumbus just jumped right in the middle of its meal. Immune to mental and poison. Okay, it's time to mess this sucker up. This is immune to poison. Shit. He can't mess it up. He can't mess... Oh, well, he can use a flaming short bow. He can definitely do that. 200 magic bits. Boom. Thunder Chicken just rose to the top of the charts, man. You broke the dungeon's cherry, Thunder Chicken. That's our first cheer. This is cheering. This is what happens. Be something cooler next time. 200 is a lot too, dude. Thanks, man. Or lady. I gotta stop saying man. It's so blah. Thank you, kind friend. Monster. That's monster. We're all monsters. We're all monsters here in the dungeon. Shit, this ghoul's gonna be tough because all Fumbus has got is a noxious bomb, and it's poison. This thing's, of course, immune to poison. So we gotta figure something out, like, quickly. He's got his flaming short bow, right. Okay, so it's not so bad. He's got a D10 in his dexterity. He's really fast. His range is +1. He gets 1d6. This is like the best thing you can have against this thing. 1d6 plus 1d4. We're going to keep the fire trait because that is going to work. And then on your check that invokes acid, fire, or poison, add 1d6. 10, 22, 26 to 13 is 50%. Do I No. Bless to acquire. No. No, he's gonna kick this guy's ass. Let me see. I can still do a recharge. I'm gonna You know what? I'm gonna recharge this noxious bomb in order to add another D4. There. Right on, Thunder Chicken. I just have been catching myself saying, man, when people come in that I haven't met yet, and I just don't want to be insulting. Not that it's insulting to be a man, of course. I just think monster is what I gotta. That's what we all are in the dungeon anyway. It works better. I don't want to be insensitive. 5, 12, 16, 18. So once again, Fumbus gets a chance to be a complete fucking badass as he's jumping over. He leaps in, he lands, he sees that this ghoul and this guard dog are in a standoff, and the ghoul's like in the middle of a meal, and Fumbus does as soon as he lands, he's got his flaming short bow out. Once he knocks the arrow, the tip bursts into flames, and he lets it go, and it buries itself right in the ghoul's head and sticks to the wall behind it. And then before the guard dog can bark again, Fumbus is off chasing our target, our fugitive. All right, the guard dog's gone. This is back in my hand. He is going to do 5. And then it is Hakon's turn. All right, we're getting close. Hidden Truth. The first time you examine cards this turn, heal 1d4 minus 1. Can I examine cards? Because that would be sweet. No. Of course not. How are we doing in health anyway? I mean, we could use some healing. Hakon could use a little healing. Okay, well, I guess I'm not taking advantage of that. Sunrise Light. Blessing, wisdom, and divine. Shove. Alright. D4. 3. He did not get it. No blessing on him. We're gonna keep that. Okay. We're gonna keep that. Unfortunately, Hakon doesn't. You know what? I need to upgrade his hand size. Hakon needs 5. Lenny's turn, the beating. When you encounter a monster from a location, before acting, another local character summons and encounters. Oh, boo! I don't like that. I don't want that. Ghostly runes, ghastly runes, dissident guard, charisma, diplomacy, arcane divine. We're gonna do arcane divine. When examined, it's not examined. If you have the perception skill, she does. The difficulty to defeat is increased by 1. Great. Okay. So it's a 6 divine check. And this is a magic trap. It's a trap. It's a trap. Oh, hey, finally. I can use my burst bonds. Lenny finds herself, as she's running across a roof, she finds herself surrounded by runes, and before she can, she realizes it, she's like stopped being held. Someone had put something up there to keep people from probably running across their roof. It's probably the people that live right below her, where she's standing. However, she mutters a quick spell here, burst bonds. I think I want to just get rid of it. I don't think I want to evade. If I evade it, it goes back in the deck. I don't want to deal with it again. So that's a D8 for her divine check. Or no, I'm sorry, D10. Shit. That's a D10 plus a D8 from the spell. She's got +1. I mean, all reality should be just fine. Locals, dexterity, or stealth. No. Divine check is what she wants. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. That's what we're talking about. That's it. 11. All right. She mutters a spell, the burst bond spell, and she's back to running. She needs to divine check to see if she keeps it. She rolls a 10, so she recharges that spell. And we don't want her finding... We know who that is. She's passing her turn. Wow. Last card of the last deck. Okay. It's Fumbus's turn. On your non-attack combat check, add 1. Okay. Fumbus, giving up on the door, sidesteps it and runs. And as he sidesteps, he finds the fugitive up against the wall. Well, actually, maybe. There's shadow there. We'll see if he notices her. Wisdom or perception. That's the only thing he's kind of weak on. D4. But can we... What can we do? On another character? Okay. Okay, his blessings. He's got 3 blessings in his hands, and none of them will help him. The blessings are different in this version. They're not a catch-all, everybody gets to add die kind of thing. Alright, well, Hakon finally has something to help this guy with. Local check versus no. Nope. Stealth wisdom. Nope. You're on your own there, bud. Let's give it a shot. He needs to roll a 4 on a d4. Or we got to increase the... so close. 3. Okay. Fine. He's got to roll a d6. Roll low. That's low, my friends. Okay. All he needs is a 7. All right. So he comes around, and in the shadows, he sees a form. It takes him a second, and he stops. And it's the one they're after. She's leaning up against the wall. She's ragged breathing. They look at each other, and Fumbus doesn't really know what to do because he's just kind of chasing. He's having fun with all this. He could give a shit that this king died, and he looks at her more like out of admiration that she would have been able to pull off killing a king, and he's more in lines of just keeping her there for Hakon to show up or Lenny because they're more the ones that actually have things that they want to do. He was running for the fun of it. He's more like chaotic neutral. But does he hold her long enough for them to come? It's a good question. Find out. And then find out now. All right, let's do this. Dexterity, D10. Right. And then no. Can anybody add dexterity? I was going to have Hakon was going to help, but with a charisma or diplomacy check, which is the bad thing to do. Well, is it though? Let's see what she can do. Animal, no. Stealth, no. Dexterity, yes. Okay. All right, we're gonna do it. Dexterity. He needs a 7. He's got a D10 of dexterity. Lenny's gonna play a mouse on a local dexterity or stealth check. Recharge to add 1d4. That's one ally she can do, and then he's got shit he can use. Nothing he can do to help himself. Yep. So this is it. D10, D4. Tell me I have a +1 here. Well, yes. Tell me I got a +1. Tell me something. Well, you know what? We're just gonna keep playing against the same card. She's not going anywhere. It's not like he takes damage for that. We just have to keep rolling until one of them did it. Or we ran out of blessings. So I guess it does make sense that does she Well, I don't know. Yeah. Okay, fine. All right. We need one. Need one, and it ain't happening. So that's fine. She catches her breath, and then Fumbus looks around to see if Lenny might be nearby or Hakon. When he looks back, he just takes his eyes off for like a half a second. She's already run. He's like, well, he didn't have to make the decision. So actually that helped him. Like, I'll chase her some more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's good. He's good. Draw a card. I don't need to heal. And we're going to pass the turn to Hakon, the Peacock. On your check, if no boons are played, it is blessed. She runs out, and there's Hakon. She runs right in the path of Hakon. Now, Hakon is going to use his charisma. I'm telling you, you're tired. You're going to get yourself hurt. You have a better chance of bringing yourself in. We'll figure it out. You don't look like a Kingkiller to me, he says. So, wisdom or perception? First, I'm sorry, I gotta roll that first. Wisdom. Oh, yeah. It's gonna be 4. Holy shit, he rolled a 4. Okay, cool. It's gonna stay 6. All right. So yeah, his charisma is D8. Diplomacy is D8 plus 1. Yep. And then now he's gonna use Carvosin Dandy. He's gonna approach her in a way that he learned from other Carvosins that he's been in town. He's been in town for a couple months now. Local charisma. Oh wait, hold on. Do I want it blessed? If I don't play this, if I play this, I get 1d6. If I don't, I get 1d8. So never mind. He's not gonna. He thinks about it and then he decides not to because that might not come off right to the young lady. So he is just gonna plead with her. 6. Come on. 6 plus 1 is 7. She, in exhaustion, drops her shoulders, and he moves in, and he grabs her. He's like, come on. And he leads her down. They find their way out, down through the building, and as the other guards come rushing up, he puts his hands out. Now, and Cressida comes up. She says, seize her now. Grab her. And the other guards take him. He's like, wait, we have to. She killed the king. She's suspected of treason. She's going to hang now. There's no courts in Korsova? Apparently not. Now Hakon, feeling incredibly bad. This is what you get when you sign on to be a guard, or like a queen's guard of some sort. And they lead her through town, directly take her to the guillotine, to a guillotine. They've already got it set up. They're ready. They drag her up. Guess there's no trials whatsoever. And Hakon's completely rethinking. Lenny, and Fumbus are looking at each other, and Hakon's thinking, okay, you know what? This is going to end my stay with Korsova. And I'll talk to Lenny and Fumbus, see if they want to go with me. They should go too. I think we've done enough CSI Korsova. This is over. And just as he's deciding that, the queen calls out. She comes down. She comes out to host the execution, and she says, Korsova, this poor girl is obviously, this is what Hakon realizes, is obviously a scapegoat. Their city's still in uproar because of the queen taking over, the king dying, the queen taking over, and they don't like they're not as warm with the queen as they were with the king. And so the queen needed some reason to bring the town together, and this girl is the scapegoat for doing that. Heck, that just cements, like, Hakon's like, I do need to get out of here. Carvosins, calls the queen, we have suffered greatly these past weeks. Before you is the source of our anguish. Be not deceived by her timidity. She is a black-hearted assassin. Let us usher in a new dawn with justice. Off with her head. And the executioner raises his axe. He goes to swing it. But thwack. He screams out in pain. And Hakon, looks, and there's a dagger embedded in his hand. And then a cry comes out from the crowd. By the gods, it's Blackjack! And a man in black mask and hooded cloak cascades into the gallows and turns to the crowd. Comes. I don't know what cascades to the gallows means. Does he fly? Does he swing down on a rope? Anyway, he lands in the gallows, much to the queen's dismay. And yells out, yes, indeed, let us usher in justice for Corvosa. Down with the queen! And in the predictable chaos, Blackjack and Trinia vanish. He takes her and goes. The crowd goes wild. And Corvosa, never a dull moment. Hakon decides at that moment to stay. Things just got a little more interesting. Who was this masked man? And you remember, Hakon's here for the great story. He thought he smelled it. And then he thought maybe with the girl being executed that the story was going to go a little differently than he thought. But now that she'd been rescued, now we're on to something. So that's where we end that first. That's the end of the first adventure called Edge of Anarchy. I'm going to start the second adventure. I don't know if it'll be next week, but it'll be, if not next week, the week after. The next adventure is called 7 Days to the Grave. Right. We'll see where Hakon, Eleni, and Fumbus's adventures take them in Corvosa. Leveling up, each of them is going to get a hero point, and we're going to get a new supporter. And the new supporter is Trinia herself. On any non-combat check, you may bury her to add 1d4 plus whatever. So that's awesome. We didn't have the base this time. That was specific to that because we were running across the rooftops. All right. That is the last scenario of the first adventure of Curse of the Crimson Throne. I will see you in a week or two with a new one. Tomorrow night is the return of Apocrypha Adventure Card Game with Book of the Deathless. I have tried Thunderstorm. I haven't. I think I tried the very first version. I haven't tried any of the cool shit that's come out, and I definitely haven't tried. I'd like to have tried the Kickstarter, the one that just kickstarted. Try it solo. Yeah, so I have the Warhammer card quest game, and that's hard. Have you beat it, or at least that whole series of adventures? Because it's tough. I was thinking about playing it. I'm gonna play something in between this next Friday. Maybe I'll bust that out. It's been kind of waiting. Been toying with the idea of picking up the Rune Quest version. The Rune Wars version. I forget what it's called. The Terranoth adventure or card quest game. It's the answer when they lost when Fantasy Flight lost Warhammer. They turned that whole system into Terranoth. Anyway, thanks for joining us, Thunder Chicken. Take it easy, Demon Chaos. Heroic. Glad you're around, man. Missed you, buddy. And who else I want to shout out to? Mick Teddy. Yeah, Thunder Chicken, it's worth trying out. Definitely. It's tough, though. It's tough. I don't know if you play games solo, but I play it with 3 characters, and it's kind of tough. It's a tough challenge, but fun. All right, I'm out. Y'all have a wonderful evening. Viva la dungeon.